Hello again and welcome back to part 5 of the Eanair crochet throw. I'm still using double knit yarn with a 5mm hook, and we're going to work from this coral row here up to this row here. So as always, we're going to start with a slip knot onto the hook. I'm going to start in the corner space here and work 2 doubles, a chain 1 and 2 more doubles, all into that same space there. We're now going to front post double the first 2 stitches, which are the corner stitches from the last round. So I've got 1 and 2. We're going to double crochet into the chain space. So we've got 1 double into that space there. We're going to front post double the popcorn and then work 2 doubles into the chain space. We're going to carry on all the way along this row exactly the same as the last 3 stitches that we've done. So we do a front post double followed by 2 doubles. We're going to work all the way along to the last 2 stitches on the side. So if you want to pause the video at this point, work your doubles excuse me, the doubles into the space, 2 doubles in each chain space and 1 front post double around each of the popcorns, and I'll meet when we get to the end of the row. When we reach the last popcorn, we're going to work 1 front post double around the popcorn, and then we've just got 1 double into the chain space before the corner. Then we're going to work a front post double around those last 2 stitches, and that brings us to the next corner. We're going to repeat that for all 4 sides of this row. So into the corner space again, we've got the 2 doubles with a chain 1 and then 2 more doubles. I've not done the chain 1 there. So we've got 2 doubles, a chain 1, 2 doubles, and then each side is exactly the same. We're going to front post the first 2 stitches, and then into the first chain space we just do 1 double, front post around the popcorn, and then we're back onto the pattern repeat, which is 2 doubles into that chain space and a front post double around the popcorn. So I'll let you carry on and work all the way round for row 40. All 4 sides are exactly the same, and I'll meet you for the start of row 41. And we're now ready to start row 41. Row 41, again we're starting in that corner space. So slip knot onto the hook, and again we're going to work the 2 doubles with a chain 1 and 2 doubles into that corner space. So there's 1 and 2, chain 1 and 2 more doubles into that same space. We're now going to front post double 4 stitches. So we've got the 2 stitches that formed the corner. I'm going to front post double those 2, and then we've got the first 2 front post doubles that we worked over the corner space. Here we're going to work a front post double over each of those 2 stitches as well. So we've done 4 front post doubles after the corner stitches there. We're just now going to work one double in every stitch all the way along the row to the end, until you reach the last 4 stitches. And we're going to do exactly the same as we did at the beginning. We're going to work 4 front post doubles over those 4 stitches. So just a straightforward double in every stitch. We don't skip any stitches at all. So again, it's a nice straightforward easy row to work. So again, if you want to pause the video at this point and work all the way round, all 4 sides are the same. We've just got the 2 doubles, chain 1 and 2 doubles into the corner space, 4 front post doubles, and then 1 double in every stitch all the way along each side until you reach the last 4 stitches, and you'll work 4 front post doubles, and that will take you up to the next corner. So again, I'll let you pause the video at this point and I'll meet you for the start of row 42. Just worked all the way around, just going to work those last 4 front post doubles. And there's the last one. And then, as always, at the end of the row, just join into that first stitch with a slip stitch, snip off the yarn and fasten off, and we're all set for the next row, which is row 42. I'm going to use the pale green on this next row. Again, start with a slip knot onto the hook, and we're working again into the corner space here. We start again with 2 doubles. So there we've got 1 and 2, chain 1 and another 2 doubles into the corner space to form the next corner. We're now going to front post double 6 stitches, so it'll be the 4 stitches that we did a front post double on the last row, plus the 2 stitches that form the corner. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we're now ready to start the pattern repeat for this side. We're going to skip 1 stitch, which is this one here, and then work a V-stitch into the next. So skipping that first double, we do a V-stitch into the second double. So we've got a double, a chain and a double into 1 stitch. We now start the pattern repeat. We're going to skip 2 stitches and work a V into the next. So skip 2, work a V, skip 2 stitches and work a V, skip 2 stitches and work a V. You'll find that these V stitches sit directly above the popcorns that we did here. We've got the front post double around the popcorn and then a double. The V is going to sit directly above there. So that's the pattern repeat for this row, just skipping 2 stitches and working a V, and we're going to carry on along the row exactly the same, just working that pattern repeat. And I'll meet you when we get to the last V-stitch, which will sit above this last popcorn of the side. I'll meet you at that point. So if you want to pause the video and work your side, just working a V-stitch, skipping 2 stitches and then work a V-stitch. And I'll meet you when we get to this last V-stitch on the side. So I'm coming up to the last V-stitch on this side, skip 2 stitches, work the V-stitch, and as you can see that V-stitch is above the last popcorn that sits below there. So we've got that last V-stitch, we skip 1 stitch now and we're left with the 6 stitches that we're going to do, the 6 front post doubles around. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final one 6, and then as always we're going to just join into that first stitch with a slip stitch and fasten off. And again, all 4 sides are exactly the same. You'll start the next side with 2 doubles, a chain 1 and 2 doubles into the corner stitch. The first 6 stitches are the front post doubles. We skip 1 stitch and start with the V-stitch, skip 2 stitches, V-stitch, skip 2 stitches until you get to the last V-stitch. We only miss the 1 stitch before we go on to the 6 front post doubles. So that finishes row 42. We're now ready to start row 43. Row 43 starts a little bit different because doing the front post doubles we're actually coming down slightly to work around the post of the stitch. The corner starts to be a little bit shorter, as you can see there, than the sides. So for this corner we're going to work trebles instead of the doubles on the corner and on the front post stitches. So if you start with a slip knot onto the hook, and we're going to work 2 trebles, 1 chain and 2 trebles into that corner space there. So yarn round twice into the chain space, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then the same again to work another treble, chain 1, and then we're going to work another 2 trebles into that same chain space there. So rather than having the 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, we've got 2 trebles, chain 1 and 2 trebles. We're now going to front post treble 8 stitches, so it's the 6 front post doubles that we did plus the 2 stitches that formed the corner. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we've got 8 front post trebles along the side. We're now going to skip the doubles that formed these stitches and we're going to work, we're going back to doubles now. We're going to work 3 doubles in each stitch until we reach the last 8 stitches. So we'll just start off on this row with 3 doubles in each of the V stitches, and you'll see there now that the row is more even and we've not got the dip where the front post stitches are. So this row is now just 3 doubles in each of the V's all the way along until you've worked the last 3 doubles into the last V stitch of the side, and then we go back to the trebles, and it's 8 front post trebles, and then you'll be back into the corner chain space where you're going to work 2 trebles, 1 chain and 2 trebles. So again, it's a fairly easy row. I'll leave you to pause the video and work your 4 sides, and I'll meet you for the start of the next row. We'll just mention that again, if you want to form, because we're working the diamond pattern again, that if you want your diamond to be the same colour for the top and the bottom, don't end off the yarn at the end of this row, or just use the same colour again for the next row to form the diamond. Just coming up to the last 3 doubles in the final V of this side, and then don't forget to work the front post trebles rather than front post doubles as we've done before. So we've got 8 of those to finish off the row, and all 4 sides are exactly the same. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one is 8. We're going to just join into that first treble there with a slip stitch. If you're carrying on now with the same colour for the second half of the diamond, you can slip stitch into the chain space here to start the next row. If you're doing your diamonds in 2 colours, obviously you can just restart a new colour into that same chain space there. So we're back onto the 2 doubles for the corner stitches. So because we've started in the corner, I'm not going to do the standing double as the starting stitch. I'll work 3 chain, and that will count as the first double. So we've got a second double into that space with a chain, and another 2 doubles all into that same chain space. It just saves having an extra end to work in if you work the first stitch as the chain 2. So we're now going to front post double around 10 stitches. So we're working the 2 stitches that formed the corner, and then we do another 8. So we've got 10 front post doubles all together. Just check there that we've got the 2 corner stitches, a chain 1, 2 doubles, and then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 front post doubles around those stitches. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work 3 doubles together over the 3 stitches to form the next triangle. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, yarn over and pull through all 4. We then do 2 chain, and we're going to do the same again over each of the 3 doubles that we worked into the V stitch. We're going to work those 3 doubles together and then chain 2, So it's the same all the way along the row until you get to the last 10 stitches, and again we're going to front post double those 10 stitches. Oops. So we're working 3 doubles together and then a chain 2, and then again into the next 3 doubles and work those 3 doubles together all the way along to the last 10 stitches, and then we'll work the 10 front post doubles around those stitches. So if you want to pause the video at this point, and I'll meet you when we get to the end of this row. Just got the final 2 double 3 together to work. Chain 2, and then the last double 3 together of the side. Just chain 1 after that last double 3 together, and then work the 10 front post doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Because I started this row with the 3 chains, I'm going to join into the 3rd chain there with a slip stitch to fasten off this row. So that completes row 44. We're going to start now with row 45. So row 45, again we're starting in the 2 chain space for the corner, but we're going to work double crochet 2 together. So we do the first double crochet 2 together, chain 1, double crochet 2 together, chain 1, double crochet 2 together, chain 1, and then a final double crochet 2 together, and that forms the next corner. So we've got 4 small clusters there of double crochet 2 together for the corner. We're now going to skip 1 stitch, which is this first one, and we're going to just double crochet into the next 11 stitches. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. We're going to front post double around the double 3 together, and then we're going to work 2 double crochets in the chain space, so 1 and 2. Front post double around the double 3 together, and then 2 doubles into the chain space. So that's going to form the pattern repeat for this side. We're going to work along, working a front post double around the double 3 together, and then we'll work 2 doubles into the chain space. And then we're going to work until we reach the last 12 stitches. So once we've worked this last front post double around the last double 3 together on the side, I'll meet you at that point and we'll finish off the side together. So I've just worked the last front post double around that last double three together. We don't work into the next chain, we're just going to work the 11 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So we're going to skip the last stitch and we're going to work a slip stitch into that first double two together that formed the corner stitch, and then just snip off the yarn and pull through to fasten off. So that completes row 45 and we're ready to start row 46. So again, I'm going to join the yarn to the hook with a slip stitch, and we're going to start in the corner space. So that's the space in between the double two together. We've got two double two together and then a chain space. So we're going to work 2 doubles, a chain 1 and another 2 doubles into that same space. We're now going to work a front post double over each of these 2 double two together. So we've got 1 and 2. So we've worked 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, and then we've worked the 2 front post doubles. We're going to skip 2 stitches, which are these 2 here. We're going to work a popcorn into the next stitch. So again, we're using a 4 double crochet popcorn. And now if you wanted to have bigger popcorns, feel free to work 5 doubles or 6 if you want a really large popcorn. But I think on a blanket of this size, a 4 double crochet popcorn is usually enough. We'll do the chain 1 to finish off the popcorn plus another chain 1, and then we're going to skip 2 stitches and we work the next popcorn. And then chain 1 to finish off the popcorn plus a chain 1, and we're going to skip 2 stitches and then work the next popcorn. And we're going to repeat this all the way along until you get to this last 2 double two together in the corner where we're going to work a front post double, but I'll meet you at that point. So again, if you want to pause the video at this point and work your popcorns along the side. I'll just point out that after the doubles that we're working popcorns into, the next double, sorry, will be in the front post stitch that we worked on the previous row, and then we'll skip the 2 stitches that were the 2 doubles in between the front posts, just so that you can tell, you know, you can check that you've got your popcorns in the right place. I'm just working the last popcorn of the side there. Oops. We skip 2 stitches and we work a front post double around each of those 2 double crochet 2 together, and then we're just going to slip stitch into that first double, pull the yarn through and fasten off. So that completes row 46. Row 47, going to join with a slip stitch into the corner chain. I'm going to work 2 doubles, chain 1 and 2 doubles. I'm going to double crochet into the first 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to double crochet into the space before the first popcorn and then front post double the popcorn itself, and then we're going to work a double into the chain space and a front post double around the popcorn, 2 doubles into the chain space and a front post double around the popcorn. So that's the pattern repeat for the side. Sorry, I think I went out of sight there. So we're going to just work 2 doubles into the chain space. We work a front post double around the popcorn, and we're going to carry on until you've got 4 stitches left. So it'll mirror this side, that we'll have 4 doubles before the corner, before the corner's worked. So if you want to pause the video again at this point and work the pattern repeat along the side. So once you've worked all 4 sides and joined to the corner space with a slip stitch, that's the end of this part, which is part 5 of the Eanair crocheted throw. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you'll come back and carry on with part 6 with me. Part 6 will be the last part of the blanket, so I hope that you come back and finish off with me. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.